Immaculate Conception is the top school in education in Jamaica. This is Undiluted News. Mikey Bones reporting. Immaculate Conception High, one of Jamaica's most renowned all-girls public school in St. Andrew, has outpaced all high schools nationally in ranking first in the 2023 Educate Jamaica High School Performance Index. At the end of the calculations, Immaculate Conception High had 98.8% of its students passing 5 or more CSEC subjects. Co-educational school Campion High was a very close second behind Immaculate, with the former receiving a score of 97.5%. St. Andrew High School for Girls scored 93%, was third, followed by Woodman's Girls School at 92.4%, and St. James Base Montego Bay High with 91%. Rounding out the top 10 are the co-educational Arden High School, Wolmer's Boys School, All-Girls Westwood High School, Monroe College out of St. Elizabeth, and of course my alma mater, Mannings High School from Savlamar. The House of Representatives on Tuesday approved a further 60-day extension of the zones of special operations in 7 areas across Jamaica. They are Denham Town, West Kingston, Norwood and Mount Salem in St. James, Greenwich Town, Parade Gardens, and Augustown in St. Andrew, and Savannah in Westmoreland. In a statement to the House, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of National Security Dr. Horace Chang said that the ZOZO have brought about meaningful improvement in the lives of the residents. And if you call improvement when 70 people got murdered in 2 weeks, then how much would have did if the state of emergency was not in place? I wonder, probably 1,000. Jamaica seemed to be immune to murder, no matter how much dead is like nothing no happen, because 70 persons dead in 2 weeks, and he says there has been improvements. I don't call that improvement. Minister of Health and Wellness Dr. Christopher Tufton says that there's been an uptick in the number of positive COVID-19 cases in the country. COVID continues to show signs of increase. He said he spoke it last week in Parliament, where he indicated that on average, the country was averaging about 100 cases a month since January. He said up to last night, they're seeing 130 cases. Mr. Tufton was addressing the post-cabinet press briefing at a banquet hall in Jamaica House on Wednesday. The Ministry of Agriculture has announced a $104 million assistance package to aid drought recovery efforts in the agricultural sector. Agriculture Minister Floyd Green said that the Agriculture Disaster Risk Management Committee has been evaluating the impact of the drought conditions and identifying practical solutions to assist the farmers. This additional support will be $48 million to purchase at least 3 water trucks, $8 million for the trucking of water, $20 million for the provision of seed, $3 million for the provision of mulch, $10 million for irrigation kits, and $15 million to rehabilitate catchment areas, so that we will be at a better place next year to face these dry conditions, Mr. Green outlined. The agriculture sector has been severely affected by the continued dry conditions coupled with high temperatures. Members of a police party were forced to open fire on a pack of dogs which attacked them in Manchester. One of the animals was killed. The incident happened about 4:15 p.m. on Monday along the Battersea Main Road in Thurs in Manchester, and it's reported that members of a police team were on patrol duty along the roadway when they signaled the driver of a white Toyota motor car to stop. One of the policemen was walking towards the vehicle when he was attacked by a pack of dogs which suddenly emerged from nearby. The constable pulled his firearm and opened fire to protect himself from the animals. One of the dogs was shot and died while the others fled. Now can you imagine a person walking on the road who does not have a gun and those dogs attack? That would be a dead person. The police need to go back, find the owner, and take away all those dogs and euthanize them. If this is not done, those dogs are going to kill somebody very soon. The group of 37 Haitians, including 8 children which arrived by boat at Boston Beach in Portland on July 10, appeared in the Portland Parish Court on Tuesday to answer to the charges of illegal entry. They were each fined $7,000 or 3 days imprisonment. They were also ordered deported. Speaking at a post-cabinet press briefing yesterday morning, Information Minister Robert Morgan said that the Haitians were advised of the possibility of applying for asylum, but none took up the offer. He said consideration should also be given to the possibility that Jamaica may not have been the intended destination of the migrants when they set sail from Haiti, so maybe that's the reason why they're not applying for asylum. They were heading somewhere else. 2 men were killed and a woman wounded during an attack by gunmen in Job Lane in Spanish Town, St. Catherine yesterday morning. The deceased are 66-year-old Trevor Robinson, otherwise called Big Back, an examination dipper hustler, and 48-year-old Delroy Grant, otherwise called Nine-Header construction worker of Irish Pen in Spanish Town. The woman, however, is in stable condition in hospital. It's reported at about 7:50, the three persons were standing along a job lane across from the examination depot when a white motorcar drove up. Men alighted and opened fire, hitting the victims multiple times. They were taken to hospital by the police, who were quick on the scene. Mr. Robinson and Mr. Grant were pronounced dead on arrival at hospital. The woman was admitted. And this makes 5 murders in Spanish Town in 2 days. Detectives from the Port Antonio Criminal Investigations Branch arrested and charged a tattoo artist for the stabbing death of a man on Harbor Street in Portland on Monday. The deceased has been identified as 56-year-old Robert Grant, a businessman of Harper Lane in Port Antonio in the parish. Charges 28-year-old Riston Rama, otherwise called Gaza, of Red Hassel Road in Port Antonio, Portland. Reports are that about 4:05 p.m., Grant was conducting business in a store when he was attacked by Rama, who was armed with a knife. An argument had developed between them and a tussle ensued. During the struggle, Rama inflicted several wounds to Grant's upper body. The police were alerted, and on their arrival, Grant was assisted to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Quick police action led to the apprehension of Rama in the vicinity of the scene. A knife was also recovered, and he was later charged after a question and answer interview was conducted. On to sports, Jamaica sprint queen Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce is expected to run her first 100 meters of the season today when she participates in a World Athletic Continental Tour silver event in Switzerland. The defending World 100 meters champion, who was a wild card in the event for the next month's World Athletic Championship in Budapest in Hungary, only ran the 200 meters at a recent National Championship in Kingston. Fraser-Pryce had been scheduled to start running the 100 meters earlier this season, but picked up an injury while preparing for a meet in Nairobi in Kenya. Meanwhile, the Women's World Cup kickoff this morning, 6 a.m. was Australia and Ireland, while in the next game, New Zealand edged Norway 1-0. Tonight at 10:30, it's going to be Canada. They're going to be clashing with a very experienced Nigeria team, and we will bring you all those results tomorrow. And if you ever miss the news on this radio station, please go to YouTube, type in Jamaican Undiluted News, listen, like, share, and subscribe to keep it going. That's news and sports on your favorite radio. My name is Mikey Bones. I gone.